Well, hello and welcome back to Gmodism. We're here to check out ACF missiles, of course. And basically, the ACF missiles, they come as a download from a specific site where the ACF missiles are located. However, they have plans to merge ACF missiles with ACF main. So when you're watching this, I don't know if it has been done or not already, but it should say on the pages if that's the case or not. So we're back into Garry's mod and we're going to check out ACF-3 missiles a little bit, but first we're just gonna go through a little bit quickly on how to install it. Of course, it's just like the other ones. Go to the link in the description, select code zip download. Wait for it to download, and when it is downloaded, we'll just need to extract it. So again, now you need to go to where you have installed Steam, which is like this computer, usually C drive, but not always. Program files, Steam, Steam apps, common, and Garry's mod. Inside Garry's mod, you go to the Garry's mod folder again, and inside here you have the add-ons folder. Inside the add-on folder, well, you'll just go to your downloaded file, open this up, you can see this, take this folder, drop the missiles in here, and they will be extracted. You of course need regular ACF-3 to even use the missiles, so make sure you've watched that earlier video on how to get ACF-3, so you know the basics. But that's basically how to do it. Check the folder you see with Lua materials models are right under this folder, so that means it's properly installed. In any case, there we basically got it. We have now installed ACF-3 missiles. So basically, ACF missiles are found inside the main ACF menu. Very basic like that. And we have a section that's called missiles. And again, ACF missiles is planned to be merged with ACF-3. When this has been done completely or not, I don't know, but I'm pretty sure they're still separate because the missiles site is still getting updated like recently. So, there are many types of missiles. We're gonna look at a few of them, just like the regular ACF video. So we have this thing. We got artillery rockets. So we're gonna check out some artillery rockets, and that's of course unguided missiles. So if you go down here, you can see the projectile length and the propellant length and the filler ratio, and you can see we can only select guidance dumb. We have fuse contact, timed, or optical. We're just gonna use contact because that's easy. We have an arming delay, which can make it not explode in your face if you care about that. So, projectile length, and let's see here, propellant length. The more propellant you have, the faster it will be. Just like regular ACF shells, you know? So I want to have them kind of slow just because of that, and we're gonna have a really high filler ratio. Interesting. So it looks like we can, yeah, we can make them a little bit. They have more fragments the more filler they have. So we're gonna have a lot of filler, and I think we're gonna have a slower propellant length just to be able to, see them drop down like proper artillery missiles. Right, so if we hold shift and spawn a crate, we get a crate filling the missiles there. We're just gonna use this thing here, and we should link it up to this one, of course. We should link up fire to mouse 1 and load onto a constant value. So we could move this inside our vehicle if we'd like that. I think we're just gonna fit some missile parts and stuff into our vehicle. We can make a missile version of our armored car. Just for some fun and games. And as usual, make sure you don't have set weight, and you can parent that thing here. So, there we go. We could mount it probably a little too. Let's mount it like this. And the most of the ACF weapons now, they can be parented, but it doesn't say anything here, so I'm just gonna weld it to be safe, so we know it works and that we can move it afterwards easily. We're also gonna put reload here a little bit. Well, let's see here. Seems that we need to reload this manually. Alright. We can probably connect it up to some constant value too. And just to not get some problems later on, we're just gonna save this ACF-3 missile car thing. So we get a new version of it. And we can just get in here and try and fire some. Oh crap! Yeah, so as you may have noticed, I believe we mounted our launcher in the wrong direction. Beginner mistakes. Yeah, it was actually hard to see. Now I think I parented the wrong item there. There to base plate. Okay, let's try again here. Oh, look at that! Isn't that very cute? So that's dumb missiles for you. Very basic like that. The reach of this thing is very sad. So I'm going to mount it like this, because I think it feels like this should be mounted this way. Right. Then we're going to go with wire. I'm gonna wire reload to 1 and see if it auto reloads for me. Seems it does. Look at that. Isn't that quite beautiful? We have artillery now. And it reloads automatically, so we can be very happy. The really cool thing with missiles, by the way, as the rest of the ACF weapons, you can't just like with all the ACF weapons, you can change the weight of stuff. It won't work if you do that. You can see each missile is like weighs 19 units, and this weighs 213, and the ammo weighs 400. So missile launchers are very light. Can be good to know. So it's a very light weapon to bring. It's also very hard to armor. So that's the cons of it. Well, you know, provides a lot of high explosive power. You can change this to high explosive anti-tank too, if you want to. Right, so there we have some artillery rockets, but there are a lot of stuff. There are guided bombs, there are dumb bombs, there are surface-to-air missiles, which we are going to look at. So, guidance, anti-missile, dumb, or infrared. So we're going to have infrared. These are guided themselves. So you can see here, we have surface-to-air, we have the Stinger, and we got the Strela. I think we're gonna go with the Stinger, and we're gonna have a quad Stinger launcher. And again, we need to set up the ammo here in a reasonable way, the missiles. So we want to have some high filler ratio, of course. Just twiddle with some stats you find is nice. I'm not the most competent one here. Actually, I don't know why you would not want to have a maximum filler ratio, because that is basically more damage, especially with just explosive. So yeah, and we got an arming delay there. So we can spawn this thing. And then we can hold shift and spawn an ammo box there. Link it to this thing. So we got a lot of missiles there. We just put it here for the time of being. And ooh, look, a pedagogical arrow. Isn't that quite nice? So this is to air, of course. We would suspect that our targets come in an angle that might be a little bit like this. This can of course be placed on turrets and stuff like that, so they can be aimed properly. And we will now put this to mouse 2 instead. And this ammo box should of course be online all the time. And this should reload all the time too. Alright, so here we have some proper infra-seeking heads right there, looking pretty cool. And what I understand it as is that if we have a little target here, we can fire one dumb first. We can put some target that it shouldn't hit, that isn't hot really, just in the air like this. I guess that's not... If we get in here, you can see we fire missiles there, looking pretty nice. And if we put something that's hot in the air, which the only thing I would guess is if we have like this, for example, and we put this thing like in the air, and we make sure that this engine is on all the time, and that the throttle is 100 all the time, I bet this should output some kind of heat signal. So if we get in here, maybe it, oh, I think it's steered towards it actually. Let's try that again. We can see the trajectory there. So I'm just gonna redo that. All right, try again. Were we only lucky? Like, thrusters isn't what we really use. So you fire it there, and if we activate the thrusters, I don't know if you can see it. If we go like this, you can see them now. There is a slight thruster look there. Do they? No, they don't see them. Well, that's really stupid of me. I selected guidance anti-missile. We need to select guidance infrared. So these missiles were actually anti-missile missiles. Oh no, look at... No, wait. There we have them. So, there we have it, providing ammo, anti-missile, yeah. So what we basically do is we just click on this to... Create updated while weapon reloading with ammo. Weapons unloaded. Okay, good. So I hold shift and click, like, left click on it, because otherwise I spawn new launchers. And that's how we update it. So, anyways, let's see if we can... perhaps it will work now, when we have reloaded. Look at that! Finally! That's what I mean. So now we have guided missiles. Very good. So that's how we do infrared guided. We'll just need some kind of hot source. Like ACF engines, I believe, is a hot source. And there is also types if you want to go and have it against, what is it now? Other missiles. You can shoot down missiles with missiles. But if I'm going to be completely honest, I don't know anything about shooting down missiles with missiles. So I'm just going to... not cover that very much. Shooting down missiles with missiles in from the depth is something I know, but shooting down missiles with missiles in Garry's mod is untested territory. So in any case, that's surface to air. There is also air to air missiles. So here you can see we got other types of guidance. We got semi-active radar. So this guidance package uses its radar to detect contraptions and guides the munition towards the most centered one it can find. So that's pretty cool. We got stuff like that under air to air. And all the artillery rockets, by the way, I believe they are dumb. So if we go to this one here, dumb. Oh no, we have GPS guided stuff too. We also got laser guided. So I think that's pretty cool. Artillery rockets. Now let's look at the SS-40. Here we have GPS. Well, that's cool. That's modern. I mostly used unguided rockets for stuff, but... So, anti-tank guided missiles. Well, here we have the TOV, Quad TOV launcher. So we got here high explosive, I believe we're gonna go with here. Or why not high explosive anti-tank for once? Projectile length, see if we can go, see if we can change it a little bit. We can't. Propellant length seems to be pretty standard. Extra standoff ratio. I'm sorry, I don't actually know what that is. Let's just leave it at what it was. Fuse contact we are going to. And here we can have wire cell cloth. So we have some different options we can use. So the guidance package allows you to control the direction of the missile. So we have some guidance computers and stuff like that. We're gonna see which we're going to cover, not all of them. So optical guidance computer. We have GPS transmitter. We have laser guidance computer. And we have joysticks, so you actually can input your own pitch and yaw to steer the missile, which is interesting. And if you want to read up on it, you can go to the online wiki here, and you can actually go down to guidance devices. Here you can see joystick, and we also have optical guidance. We have laser guidance. So, yeah. Optical guidance is a camera being used to aim missiles. Laser guidance computer, rather advanced, and then GPS. Yeah, we got different things here. And of course, it's a little bit advanced, but I guess not really if you know what you're doing. So we're going to go through some stuff here, but what I really wanted to show you is guidance modes. And under guidance modes, we have dumb, just a description. We have radio, MCLOS, manually controlled radar ordnance, requires input. So the MCLOS ones are controlled via joystick. And the, yeah, they have some pros and cons. And then we have SACLOS, semi-automatically controlled radio ordnance. So, a guidance computer, it requires a guidance computer, it requires optical or laser. For laser guidance it must be active, yeah, okay. So we got some different ways here that we can, and we also got listed what we can use. The MCLOS is a joystick controlled wire to. Yeah, there are like many different types and slight variations on the same thing. So GPS should be straightforward. I actually think you can use a pointer to control the missiles, I would expect. I think we're gonna begin with some GPS ones. So go to the guidance computer. Here we have components, guidance computer. We have GPS transmitter. Like that, GPS transmitter. And we're gonna link this to the rack. Very nice. Now I'm just guessing here, but I think we can use a laser pointer receiver or anything else that gives a GPS coordinate. Then we can go to tools. Let's see, var mod. Linked successfully. Hold down your use keys. So you can see here, it now gives different GPS coordinates, so that's good. Now we of course need to go into the ACF menu. To missiles, go to artillery rockets, because I noticed that the Sucker 10 rockets... Sucker 10, are you kidding me? We can have them GPS guided. Propellant length, I don't know. Fill ratio, I guess we should max it. I'm just guessing some value here. Arming delay. Fuse contact, GPS guided, sounds great. Now we're just gonna select 6X launch rack. So we can update this. And we should be able to... Now let's see here. Type 60. Not sure that's the one. So here we have it. I think that's the one, right? Create updated successfully. GPS guided. Right. So if we go into var and select a little numpad input, yeah, we can select one of those. Perhaps we can fire it on this. Oh, maybe I could. I just realized the issue. You see this? The red box inside of here, the ammo is can fit in it. In this one, the ammo can't actually fit. They're like 0. It says empty. I just missed that. Alright, so our ammo was empty. So we need to go here. Make sure it's GPS guided like this. We're gonna make a larger crate like this. Not large enough. Here we go. That's wrong. It seemed to be able to load anyways. That's weird. Look at that. Isn't that quite nice? Wonder what happened. Oh. Don't know what happened with that missile. In any case, we're gonna set up reload to automatic, sorry. But we're gonna set up fire to this thing, of course, because we wanna see if we can use our laser pointer, right? So everything works perfectly alright, it's no problem. It's just that I realized that I needed to make the missiles a little bit slower. So now they're shorter, they only go 600 meters per second. And that gives us enough time to actually guide them a little bit. So you can see we fire here. Got the missile there. Whoops. Now it disappeared. Interesting. Oh, there it goes. Let's have this one here then. That one got there. Let me see here if we are at this thing. So, if we can follow the missile a little bit better. I think they need perhaps the coordinates when we launch them. So that one can be launched there. That one can be launched there. That one can be launched there. And now we'll see where the explosions go. In any... No, they just went out of... Oh, down there. Oh, they don't reach that far. Okay. We can see... fire here. Ah, that one got there. So you can see they're getting the GPS coordinates. They're just a little bit slow like that. Maybe this is a better perspective. I don't know. Did we fire one? I'm not sure we did. I'm just gonna make some super slow missiles to make it easier for us to follow them. Now we're having mixed speeds of the missiles, yes, that's bad, so we're gonna remove that old one. Alright then. If we fire this thing, you can see... Oh, okay, that might be a little too slow. So, if we, let's see here, if we fire again there, it tries to, you can see there. They of course have some limited turning speed. There we could land that one. Let's try and launch the missile there and then change to this direction. Okay, I think it may be a GPS at launch, so they get programmed. Alright, so if we do like this, yeah, it's the GPS at launch that programs the missile to where it will go. You can see it there. And it's all up to how much traveling time they have. I think a more vertical launch system would work better for GPS missiles. And this is a GPS coordinate setup from a laser pointer. You can use anything to set that up, of course. You can use GPS like, you can have a target finder, and you can use the target finder to catch the GPS coordinate. You can have a ranger just to point at enemies and give GPS coordinates. There is like how many ways, infinite amount of ways to do that. Any case, I think we're gonna go through. There is one type of air-to-air missile, which is this now, which is very nice. I like it a lot. Unguided aerial rockets. What is this? Rocket mortar. Oh my god. Now that's 380 millimeter. That's pretty funny. But I was thinking this one's, I believe. No. There is one where we can get... Not that one either. Is it this one? It's not that one. Is it this one? I'll just need to find it, it seems. I found them. They're called folding fin aerial rockets. And here we can have some different things. So why not like 32 micro missiles? I think these are really funny. They had a fear one before only. I believe all of them are dumb, but I may of course be wrong about this. These are pretty decent to have pretty quick. Like this. We can have a lot of them here, and they are obviously best suited to be fitted on a aircraft or something like that. You can do like this. You can just wire, no. Well, come on now. On ammo. So reload is gonna be constant value, and fire can be something like, I don't know, R. Here you see. It's like one of these. So that's something you really can spam from helicopters and stuff like that. It feels a little bit like the Battlefield 2 thing. I like them. I think they're pretty cool. These are again unguided, so. And I think we're gonna cover a radar one too. So here we can see semi-active radar homing and active radar homing. So we can see the different types available using the wiki, very handy. So radar reflection based guidance. So there must be at least one contraption on the map. Optionally, a targeting radar could be linked to the firing rack. Is for active radar homing. There is for the semi-active radar thing. You don't. You need to have a radar thing to light up and see where there are stuff to hit. And for the active radar homing, you don't need it. But you can link a radar to the firing rack. So we're gonna let's find a Hellfire or something like that. That's a famous one. It is actually an anti-tank, so it's actually air-to-surface missiles. So I'm not sure how well this will go. But, well, it's pretty quick here, so let's go here. I'm gonna have it... No. Why is it only laser? It didn't say that. Well, here under air-to-air missiles, we got the AMRAAM at least, and that indeed has both semi-active radar and active radar. So let's select that here. Filler ratio sounds good. Like that. I'm gonna have it. Oh, well, probably something like that's fine. Gonna have 4 of them, high explosive. So it's going to be a mystery how well this will. These are air-to-air, so it will be a little bit interesting to see if we can make them work in a nice way. We are of course going to let it load, and we're gonna set this one up to reload. And we're gonna set this one up for firing on, I don't know, shift. Right, empty. So this one is empty. I see. It's probably too small. So we need to make the crate a little longer, I suppose. Yeah, there we go. Seems to be working well enough. No, wrong one. Why? We set up load to meters per second. It's just stupid. Okay, they are the wrong way too. So let's see here. What did I set these up with? These are now semi-active radar. That means we need to go here to the ACF menu, and we need to go to sensors, and we need a targeting radar. So we can have a medium directional radar, and we can link this up to this thing, and the radar goes this way. So we're gonna have it in a 45 degree like this, and this one needs to be active all the time, and this would mean these to be able to basically fire against something in the air or so. So if we just aim this down a little bit, and we're going to try and add some radar-ish target. And things that react for radar should of course be like things that get deflected on the radar here. Perhaps it's just it's impossible to use. Oh, okay. Single props is not the contraption, so there we have it. So the radar missiles probably worked fine all the time. It's just that I was doing some from the depth thinking. Another game we do have on the channel you should probably check out, and it kind of just, you know, is an actual radar, so I would suppose that it would detect, yeah. Anyways, that's quite awesome, very cool indeed. Look at that, it's firing GPS ones. So now we should look at that. Isn't that quite beautiful? Radar targeted, beautiful, like that. So I believe that's some basic missiles for you, and you should probably tune in next time if you want to see some more Garry's Mod content. We do have the map reviews, we'll see what we do next time. Do post your suggestions in comments and stuff. But, well, I hope I taught you more than I confused you about missiles in ACF-3. In any case, have a great time. This is your host, Gmodism, and we are definitely signing out for this time. But I'll see you next time, and huge thanks to the commissioned officers in the Army of Gmodism who are supporting the channel every month at Patreon. Thanks a lot. See you next time. Bye.